Are you ready to transform your normal e-commerce business into one that experiences exponential growth year after year using online advertising? If so, this show is for you. Me and my guests will show you how you too can grow your e-commerce business to 7 or even 8 figures so you can go on more luxurious vacations, spoil yourself and your family, say yes to more opportunities, and become financially free so you never have to worry about money again. Welcome to the E-commerce Performance Marketing Show. Hey, what's going on, guys? Josh Marsden here, host of the E-commerce Performance Marketing Show. Now, in today's episode, I'm going to cover something that's super important because what we're going to cover today in today's episode is going to help you be successful with digital advertising. It's going to help you be successful anytime you drive traffic to your e-commerce store and you pay for it. So what I'm going to cover today is I'm going to cover with you how to really maximize your value ladder, what that is, and how you can use a value ladder in your e-commerce business to be able to maximize your average order value, which is one of the key performance indicators of any e-commerce business, and it's super important, especially if you're paying for customers from digital advertising, say from Facebook ads or Google ads, for example, okay? So let me explain what a value ladder is first, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use this whiteboard right here and just explain it for you. So just like the term ladder, this basically signifies you walking a prospect down the journey of becoming a customer and purchasing more and more from your e-commerce business as they come to your e-commerce store, okay? So the first step would be like your core offer, for example, okay? And then you've got upsell 1, upsell 2, maybe even upsell 3, okay? So this is the basics of a value ladder. Now the reason why this is important and the reason why you want to make sure you have this in your e-commerce store is because when you get someone to the point where they buy, you want to make sure that you maximize that transaction value. So you want to have a very good value ladder to walk people through after they have purchased an initial product from your e-commerce business, okay? So you want to have upsells, you even want to have downsells, which downsells are, coming down the ladder. So it's not really a ladder per se, but you do want to have downsell opportunities as well. So this way you can, again, really maximize the transaction value of every customer that you're getting in your store. So this is super important to have in your e-commerce business. If you don't have this already, then I highly recommend that this is something you work on right away, especially if you're trying to scale. If you're trying to scale your business and you're trying to depend on Facebook advertising, for example, to acquire customers, which Facebook advertising is the home of over 2 billion monthly active users. So, there's a wide range of prospects. You can target the right people and you can get a lot of customers if you know how to use Facebook ads the right way. But the challenge with using Facebook ads or any other ad channel when you're driving traffic to your e-commerce store is being able to, 1, use that ad channel effectively, but 2, when you actually get purchases in your store from advertising, you want to make sure that your cost per customer is less than your average order value. And this all contributes to your average order value, okay? So average order value, okay, and CPA, which is your cost per acquisition or your cost per customer. So that's why a value ladder is so important, okay? And that's why you need to have upsells and downsells. This way you can maximize your average order value of your store anytime someone comes to your store and makes a purchase. Now, some of the challenges that a lot of e-commerce businesses have when they're trying to implement a value ladder in their store is they're not sure like what offers should be upsell 1, 2, 3, or downsell 1 and 2. They're not sure. And there's some shortcuts that us marketers know. For one, you can go to your competitors. You can go to your competitors, check out as a customer, go through their upsell and downsell process, take notes. There you go. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all about fair competition. So go ahead and do that. If you're not sure what your upsells and your downsells should be in your e-commerce store, it's a very quick and easy way to do that. And if you do that, I highly recommend that you go to an e-commerce store that's a competitor that is a very successful store because they more than likely know what they're doing and they're more than likely using upsells and downsells in their checkout process to maximize average order value because they know the importance of doing so, okay? So that's one way that you can quickly figure out what are some additional offers that I can add to my store or what are some offers I have in my product mix that I could position as upsells and downsells in my store to be able to maximize the average order value. So that's one way you could do it. Another way you could do it is, so Amazon is the number 2 search engine behind Google. And Amazon is a shopping search engine. It's not just a search engine like Google. So therefore, you can go to Amazon and you can go to your product category, you could look at best sellers, and from there you can really sift through and you could see, are there best sellers related to my core offer on Amazon, and do I have those products in my product mix so I can easily add those to my value ladder in my upsells and downsells, or can I get those, can I source those from wherever you're getting your products, whether it's China or whether it's a local manufacturer, domestically, wherever you're located, whatever the case may be, you can use Amazon to really be able to identify what are hot products on Amazon search that you can add to your upsells and your downsells that can convert very, very well because they're popular on Amazon, okay? So that's another way that you can quickly identify upsells and downsells to add to your store. And see, the key here is you want to really optimize your conversion rates. I mean, it's one thing to, get a, usually stores are somewhere in the ballpark of 3 to 5% conversion rate to get people to purchase at the store in general. Now, after that, you really want to maximize, the upsells and the downsells. And some benchmarks you want to shoot for would be like 20% on the first upsell. You want to make this upsell like number 1, like an absolute no-brainer. So this way you can get people to take advantage of that. And you also want to use one-click upsells here, by the way. One-click upsells, we use a one-click upsell by Zipify. We really recommend that tool in our e-commerce stores when we optimize e-commerce stores for our clients to maximize average order values. This way we can really drive traffic effectively and profitably by also optimizing the stores of our clients. Okay, so I do recommend that one, but there's some others as well. I believe Cart Hook is another one that's pretty popular, and you could literally go to Shopify, you could search in the Shopify app marketplace, and you could find one-click upsells that could work very, very well, just like the ones I just mentioned. Okay, so you could do that. These upsells should be somewhere in between 10 and 15% typically, and depending on your price point here, this could be like 5 to 10%. Okay. And then downsells are typically somewhere along the ballpark of maybe 10 to 20% each. Again, it just depends on the strength of the offer, depends on the price of the offer. You really have to strategize and think through what are prices that make sense, and what are offers that make sense, okay? Now here's some tips too on the upsells. So easy upsells could be more of the same, okay? That's a very easy first upsell. Like you buy one product, let's just say a canister of protein, okay? That could be like the core offer. That's the first product that someone purchased from your e-commerce store. The first upsell to that could be, well, you just got one, it's only gonna last you 30 days. Why don't you buy 2 more and I'll give you a discount. This way you can get through 90 days of the product and you can really see the impact of using that product over 90 days. That's a very easy upsell 1, okay? Upsell 2 is typically going to be like a complementary offer, like a cross-sell offer. For example, if you're selling protein, maybe now you're selling creatine, for example. So creatine could be like an upsell 2 in this case. And then upsell 3 could be like a bundle. Like upsell 3 needs to be your profit maximizer, your slack adjuster. This is the big ticket item that if someone makes it that far, they're hot, they're making purchases already, they've gone that far, and they're going to be very receptive. If it's a really, really good offer, they're going to be really receptive to buy this last upsell. So make that upsell very, very strong, so this way you can really take advantage of what this can do to your average order value when you're using a value ladder process in your e-commerce business, okay? Now downsells, what we've seen as being very effective here is maybe like I said before, you just bought one canister of protein. Why don't you buy 2 more and have 90 days, right? Well, downsell 1 could be, oh, you don't want 2? How about 1 more and I'll give you a discount, okay? So this way you're still, maximizing the purchase value, of the customer coming through. Downsell 2, in a lot of cases, what we do is we'll offer like a bundle, and if they don't accept it, then that downsell has like basically a page where they can pick out of that bundle which product that they want to add to their cart as they check out. And again, this is all these offers past the core offer are happening with one-click upsells, which makes it super easy and high converting to be able to get someone to take advantage of upsells and downsells. So make sure again that you're using one-click upsell pages in your e-commerce store to maximize what happens here, okay? So this is key because again, if you're driving traffic and you're paying for traffic from Facebook ads or Google ads or any other ad channel out there, then you have to really make sure that your cost per acquisition is less than your average order value. So ideally, you want to have at minimum break even, but if you're a bootstrapped e-commerce store, you probably need to do even better than that. If you have a budget and you have pockets and you have money you can invest into your business, then you're okay with break even as long as you're maximizing your customer lifetime value after you have acquired the customer. So this way you can really see that ROI coming back from the money that you put into getting customers from digital advertising, okay? So this is super important. And I just gave you a few resources you can tap into to be able to identify what are some good upsells and downsells to add to your product mix and to add to your e-commerce store. So this way you can really maximize your average order value. So definitely make sure to do that if you don't already have that in your store. And if you're using Facebook ads or Google ads or any other ad channel, then you have to have this because otherwise you will possibly waste money trying to acquire customers. And that's never a good thing, whether you're budgeting $1,000 or whether you're budgeting $10,000, okay? So you definitely need to make sure that this is happening in your store and you're testing and you're hitting these types of conversion rates in your upsells and your downsells. This way you can maximize this key metric in your e-commerce business, average order value, which if it's higher than your cost per customer, then you're doing a great job and you can keep driving traffic and you could possibly even scale your traffic and get more and more customers coming into your store on a consistent basis, okay? So do this right away. If you don't already have this done in your business, if you do have this in your business, then you need to, and you're not hitting these conversion rates, keep split testing, keep optimizing, keep testing different offers, or keep testing the pages and the copy and the messaging and the images or the videos, on those one-click upsell and one-click downsell pages, because it is very, very realistic for you to hit these conversion rates, okay? We do it, you can do it too. So put the work in, get this done. This way you can maximize your average order value, and this way you can acquire customers from digital advertising effectively and also profitably. Thank you for tuning into the e-commerce performance marketing show. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment with a timestamp of your favorite part and share it with a friend. Until our next episode, here's to you and the success of your e-commerce business.